Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies? I'm out of here. I like running better. Welcome back, YouTube viewers, to another video. So, today, I am going to be reviewing what may be the absolute worst movie of all time, at least when it comes to ones I've seen, and that is the Lego Ninjago movie. Oh boy, what a film this is. I remember when this came out. I still remember seeing it in theaters about almost 7 years ago now. I was so excited they were going to make a Ninjago movie. Sure, it didn't actually look that great or anything, but I didn't care. I was just thinking, wow, a Ninjago movie. Seeing it on the big screen, that was going to be so exciting. And then I saw it. And the entire time I was quite mad. When I walked out, my brother and I, we talked about how terrible it was. I still think it's terrible. This, and time has not been kind to this thing. This movie is just awful. But today I'm not necessarily going to be going over why it's a terrible movie, although I will. The main focus of this video is why the Ninjago movie is a terrible adaptation. Because it really is just an awful adaptation of the Ninjago franchise. It completely butchered pretty much everything good about the show. So without further ado, let's do it to it. Oh, and just so you know, this is my opinion because I know some people do like this movie for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever, it's your opinion. You can say what you want. So, I'm just gonna go over Lloyd first. Uh, they really ruined his character. Well, Lloyd definitely did take a decline in characterization starting in season 8. I'd say that this movie came out a few months after season 7, so I'm going to be judging this in the context of only the first 7 seasons having been released. In those 7 seasons, Lloyd is a really good character. We see him as this bratty kid who wanted to be an evil villain like his father, but it just, no matter what he tried, he wasn't cut out for villainy. He just didn't have it in him. And Sensei Wu took him in and had him and the ninja teach him how to be better, to be good, not be like his father. And once it's revealed that Lloyd is the Green Ninja, he realizes that, oh, I'm gonna have to fight my father sometime. He doesn't really want to do it, but he knows he has to. Still wants to be the Green Ninja though. He wants to be this great hero. But we see him have to master his powers, learn time and time again how tough this is going to be. But he's still determined to not back down and grow until he can finally face his father. And then he becomes the Golden Ninja and is able to defeat the Overlord in a great scene. Then season 3, he has to deal with the struggle of having all this power means that people are always going to be after him. And once he loses it, it doesn't completely destroy him. He's still able to say that he is still the Green Ninja. That's what matters. His power didn't define him. And in season 4, he's just a really entertaining character. We see him, he's the one ninja who didn't quit after Zane died. He was tried to bring them all back together. He learns more about Garmadon's past and how it affects him in the future. In season 5, he's possessed by Morrow, but he continues to fight back. And when he faces his father in the cursed realm, is able to meet him one final time, as he truly understands that it was never the color of the gi that made him who he is, it is the color of his heart. In season 6, he's kind of a stupid, but in season 6, all the ninja are stupid, so I'm just gonna let that slide, and whatever, that season technically isn't even canon. In Day of the Departed, he just gets a nice scene with his mother remembering his father. I like that. And season 7, we see him actually have to step up and become a leader and face the struggles of it. And learns that he can't be so controlling. And that sometimes with the other, he should just listen to the other ninjas sometimes. They're really smart. They're good. They may not be the best ever, but sometimes it's better to just let things happen more so than constantly trying to be there for every single thing. What is he in this movie? He's a whiny, sad kid. It's so sad that he has a secret identity as a ninja, and that his father is evil, and he has to fight him, and that nobody understands him. Look, it's been a while since I saw this movie, but I'd say that pretty much sums up his character. He just whines the entire time, and says how bad things are, and wishes his life were normal or whatever. And he hates how his power is just green and yeah, you get the idea. He's just annoying. This version of Lloyd is so unlikable. He has none of the development, none of the character, none of the He's not entertaining like the TV show version of the character. He's just a big nothing, and that's really disappointing. I don't care that this kid is the chosen one. I cared in the TV show that Lloyd is the chosen one, but not here. Then there's Kai, who's probably my favorite ninja, so the movies, well, aside from Lloyd, the other ninja do pretty much nothing in this movie. And Kai, oh boy. This is the movies what started Kai's downward spiral into being an idiot. In the TV show before this, he was a hot-headed, cocky guy that could get a little in over his head, but wasn't stupid. He was able to have really solid emotional moments, and he went through a great character arc of learning that the world doesn't revolve around him, and that's okay. He doesn't need to be the Green Ninja. His real mission was to protect him, protect his friends, protect the world. And while he still has a few issues with this, he's eventually able to overcome them once and for all in season 4. When he's finally able to accept that he doesn't have to be the one. In season 5, he promises to look after Lloyd, and he's the one who stays when he thinks he can get Lloyd to fight Morrow's control. In season 6, he's an idiot, but I already saw the ninja are idiots in season 6. In Day of the Departed, he's just kind of there, but it's fine. In season 7, he gets a great character arc of learning about what happens to his parents and questioning everything he's ever believed about them, and it's really well done. Here, he sure is there, all right. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say about Kai here. In the movie, he's just uh comic relief, I guess. That does not tell me anything. I mean, I like how they kept his spiky haircut at least, but it looks so different. Kai's old hair is iconic, guys. I know that sounds really weird to say, but it is. This hairpiece, his hair here, which I just want to say that I've gotten more used to the redesigns over the years, but I still hate that they put them in the show, and I still don't like them. And Kai's hair to here just looks super weird. But anyway, then there's Zane. Zane may be the most damaged in this movie. In the show, he had a great, compelling story of seeming a little off and weird from his friends. They still liked him though, but he was just kind of weird. Then he finds out that he's a robot. We have get the great flashback to how he was built, and he remembers his father. He accepts who and what he accepts what he is, saves his friends, unlocks his true potential, and continues to be there throughout the show to provide some nice comic relief, for some good drama, some great, really great drama actually. He's the smart one, but not just the smart one. He's continuously there. In season 3, in the whole when the ninja are about to be killed by the Overlord in the digital world, he's there to stand up and not get pushed down. In the movie, he's just a robot joke. It's also already weird because all the kids in the ninja's high school, which is such a dumb plot, but in that, they all know he's a robot, I'm pretty sure. You'd think something would come out of that, but no. No, he's just a dumb robot joke, and they gave him a or not a crossbow, but they gave him a bow and arrow. And they also put this in season 8, 9, and 10. Yay! It's not like Zayn already had a really cool signature weapon that everybody liked. No siree. I will say I'm glad they kept his hair to at least look somewhat similar to how it did before. And since even in the TV show with the redesign, Zayn usually kept the silver titanium face, at least his redesign really wasn't that bad, but it's never going to look as good as it used to. Then there's Cole. I think from this image of movie Cole, you can already tell what did they do to him. What is with his weird haircut? In the movie, Cole's character is that he likes music. He likes rock and roll. Oh, ha ha ha. How funny, writers. I wonder how long it took you to come up with that one. In the TV show, on the other hand, well, it did take a while for Cole to really get anything super meaningful and the whole story dedicated to him. Cole was still a really entertaining, funny character. He bounced off the other characters well. We'd see him work as a good leader, like in season 4 when he leads the plan to get everyone out of Chen's factory. In season 5, we see him deal with becoming a ghost and using his powers as a strength. Even in season 6, I will say, I guess he wasn't that much an idiot in season 6. In Day of the Departed, he comes face to face with Yang, the guy who turned him into a ghost, and he deals with the fact that his friends can't even see him anymore, and he's worries about being forgotten. And then he learns the lesson that he and as well as Yang are never going to be forgotten, and he finally becomes a human again. Oh, and Cole likes cake, which those jokes are usually pretty funny. And what else is there to say about TV show Cole? Yeah, I guess that's it. He may not have had as much going on as the other ninja, but he was still in a vital role in the team. He was still really funny and entertaining and cool, I guess. I liked Cole. But in the movie, he gets nothing substantial whatsoever. He's just guy that likes music. Oh, how wonderful indeed. Jay. Um, so in the movie, Jay is a comic relief sidekick. Just like Kai and kind of like Cole too. Are you seeing the pattern here? But except he doesn't even do that much. He's more so just nervous, I guess. Yeah, in the show, Jay is the main source of comic relief, and while he'd eventually get really annoying, when this movie happened, no, I really liked Jay. He was funny, but he was never just completely shooting out one-liners nonstop like the MCU. And his jokes were actually funny because they weren't just, what is the stupidest, silliest thing? Oh, sorry. I accidentally muted my microphone. So yeah, in the show, not yet anyway, the writers didn't just think, what's the stupidest, silliest thing we can think of Jay to say? That's not what his humor was. His humor usually came from the situation and his a little nervous personality because his moments where he just kind of freak out were pretty funny, especially since they weren't just everywhere. Stuff like him saying, he's got super strength, what do I have? Tell me, what do I have? And it helps that since he wasn't just comic relief, his serious moments actually worked. They didn't just give all the emotional moments to the stupid comic relief character like they eventually did later in later seasons. And okay, yeah, in season 6, he's honestly pretty stupid. He he is a complete idiot and a weirdo. Then he gets magical development that he apparently remembers, except he never acts on ever again. But at least in season 7, he's still pretty funny and entertaining. You see the difference here? The show proves how you can have a comic relief character and still make you care about him as a character, not just as comic relief. The movie, it's just comic relief. That's it. Nia, oh boy. I already never liked Nia that much, but I can say that, at least in the first 5 seasons, Nia was a well-written character. She played an important role in the story. I like the design of the original Samurai X mech, I mean, who doesn't? She was never super annoying or anything. She had some good scenes. Her arc in season 5 was very good of becoming the water ninja and learning that it's okay to fail and that she has to try new things. Kind of like Kung Fu Panda 3, I guess, which came out later, but yeah, it's nice. And then, I mean, yeah, in season 6, she's annoying and whiny and stupid, but that's just part of the chorus for Skybound. In Day of the Departed, she doesn't really do anything. In season 7, she's good, I guess, because she's also part of the whole. Because she's Kai's sister, so she gets to play a part in the two of them learning about their parents and what happened to them and all that stuff. And she gets her so-so, but still okay, subplot about someone stealing her Samurai X armor. In the movie, Nia is pretty much just the strong female character, like modern movies. Because isn't that just dandy? In in the TV show, even as the show went on, she was able to be tough, I guess, but still never just be perfect, never have any struggles, and everyone else has to change instead of her. No, 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 it was none of that. Here, she's just there. They do nothing with the fact that she's Kai's sister. They do nothing, no mention of Samurai X or anything like that, which isn't the worst, but They do nothing with her and Jay. Nope, she's just there. Sensei Wu. Or Master Wu, which I really don't like that term, and I still always call him Sensei Wu. I don't. They say that because sensei is an offensive term or something in some different languages, but that's dumb. Everyone knows what sensei is. A sensei is Sensei Wu, and if you think it's so offensive, why don't you just change it if you when you dub it into another language? How hard is that? But anyway, Sensei Wu probably emerged the least unscathed out of all the characters here. I mean, his design is still almost one for one. It's just his face that is different. And when if they since they had to recast because of the stupid celebrity cat voice actors in this movie, uh, Jackie Chan's a pretty good choice, I'd say. It's just that he's just kind of the generic, firm sensei master guy. His jokes aren't that funny. He doesn't have any of the surprising depth of the TV show version, nor does he have any of the great wit that version had. Nor does he's really there to teach the ninja actually good, impactful lessons. That'll be nice for the kids in the audience. No, he's just kind of there for exposition. But you know what? He could have turned out far worse, so I think we should be sort of happy with how Sensei Wu turned out here. Then there's Lord Garmadon. Ah, this complex, tragic, funny, emotional, entertaining character became a nothing, cheesy, cartoony villain with no depth whatsoever. Yay. Garmadon is not my favorite Ninjago character, but I can pretty definitively say that he is the best written character in the entire show. He is the only character aside from Pythor, who I did a video on, by the way. You should watch it. Who is consistently great throughout every single one of his appearances in the show. And that is quite impressive considering the quality fluctuation of the other characters. And I mean, even when they brought him back, I thought they did a really good job with him. But here, nope. He's supposed to be even though Lloyd is supposed to be the special chosen one, I guess, of the ninja team here, or at least their leader or something. They do nothing with the fact that nothing interesting anyway, with the fact that his son is his worst enemy, is Garmadon's worst enemy. No real great drama comes out of it. Instead, when he finds out that his son is the Green Ninja, he just gets a cheesy MCU-esque joke so we can put it in the trailer. Yeah, I remember seeing all the trailers and they all had the Lloyd joke. Yeah, I hated that. His design honestly isn't awful, but I'd say they did a better job in season 8 when they changed up his face a bit to make him look more menacing. And also, they just say here that he was always a guy with a huge helmet, sharp teeth, red eyes, and 4 arms, which that's not how it's supposed to go, but whatever. It's still stupid, and they don't really do much with the fact that he's Sensei Wu's brother, and we get nothing compelling out of that. And it's just I don't know who voices Garmadon here, and no disrespect toward the actor, he was just doing his job, but he pales in comparison to Mark Oliver. Mark Oliver's performance is just one of those things that will forever stick in my head. I remember so many different lines from Ninjago, and so many of them are from Garmadon. This isn't Garmadon. This is some dumb cartoon villain they picked out of a random episode of Transformers from the 80s. Then there's everything else. Yeah, I didn't talk about Misako here because I don't think she's not important enough to get an entire section, but all I can say is that she's completely different, has nothing to do with the original other than being, Lloyd's mom, I guess. Nothing but her being an archaeologist, her ties to Garmadon and Wu. None of that stuff, it's all gone. In favor of saying that she was secretly a strong female character. Oh boy. But when it comes to everything else, the original version of this movie sounded pretty good. In fact, they got so far into development that an entire scene of it was fully animated. You can watch it on YouTube. They even had the voice actors and everything. And yeah, they cast all those celebrities. Yeah, they changed the designs, but the plot was something that actually had to do with the source material. The ninja traveled back in time to stop Garmadon from being bitten by the Great Devourer so he never turns evil. Doesn't that sound really interesting? I mean, 'cause that scene that's on YouTube is Lloyd talking to his father before he became a horrible, evil villain, except Garmon doesn't know that Lloyd is his son from the future. That's compelling stuff. Sure, I don't like celebrity voices in the redesigns, but at least it had something to do with the show. Here, in the final version of the movie, though, this terrifying evil snake bent on consuming the entire world is replaced with a live-action cat from the team that assembled the Lego Movie and the Lego Batman movie. It's too bad this pales in comparison to those. I didn't see the Lego Movie when it came out, but I like it. I saw the Lego Batman movie in theaters. I really liked that. But it never really dawned on me until recording this of just how stupid it is that the ninja fight a live-action cat. I understand the context of it, I guess, because this whole story is just some kid playing with his Lego, but it's still stupid. And there's also the villains. Garmadon has these, well, they do have cool designs, I guess. He has these Shark Army guys. They're just idiots in fish costumes. They're not threatening or menacing or anything. But the only reason they actually can put up a good fight against the ninja is because the ninja are turned into idiots who can hardly do anything. And these are the Shark Army. This is the big army of the movie. Compare them to the pilots, who had the Skullkin, who were really cool looking and menacing. At least their leader was anyway. They were the first army the ninja ever had to fight. They already looked cool. The Serpentine, they're iconic. Who doesn't love the Serpentine? There's so many different types of them too. The Stone Warriors, they were threatening and looked cool at least, and they were portrayed as a real threat. The Ninjroids, the robot ninjas. What more could you want? The Anachondri Warriors, they tie into the show's lore perfectly and were a real threat. They were treated as being these unbeatable monsters, and yeah, if not for magic, the ninja could not have won. The Ghosts. Ghosts are cool, and they had really unique designs here too. The Sky Pirates were not great, but at least they were unique. The Vermilion are definitely probably the weakest of all these, but at least they looked cool and were once again an actual threat. Nah, but the Shark Army guys sure aren't. There's also the ninja's powers. So the ninja here, oh boy. So Sensei Wu tells them that each of them has a power. But instead of the movie being about them unlocking their cool elemental power, it's just how they each embody an element or something. And it turns out their elements are just Lego pieces in a bin they all hold and they all attach to each other at the end. That defeats the giant cat. And probably the stupidest part of this is that other ninja have their power. So most of the ninja have their powers. Earth, fire, ice, lightning, water. But Lloyd, he doesn't have energy. He has green. That is his power. I remember thinking how incredibly stupid that was. And top it all off when the ninja get their powers and Lloyd just holds up a little Lego green leaf and says, "Yay!" Uh, In conclusion, Lego Ninjago movie is a terrible adaptation. You can say that, well, it's trying to appeal to a mass audience. First of all, Lego already appeals to a mass audience, and Ninjago is beloved worldwide by millions of people. And the Ninjago TV show is awesome. And it's such cool designs and unique ideas and worlds and all that kind of stuff. But this movie is just an obvious cash grab. It doesn't help that it hardly grabbed any cash anyway. I don't think this movie even managed to break even. It was such a gigantic flop. And because it was such a flop, Lego never had any faith to do another original Lego movie. Everything had to be based on something that already existed. So, the Lego Movie Part 2, which bombed unsurprisingly. It stunk. And then, now Lego movies, we don't have Lego movies anymore. They just don't make them. They say they're making one about a hip-hop star or something, which is very weird and sounds really dumb and pointless. So, yeah, this movie's just a terrible adaptation, and I'm probably never going to watch it again, and I don't want to think about it ever again. Ever heard of the channel Gaming Magic 13? I am. This movie is for me what Toy Story 4 is to him. It is a pointless movie that completely destroys something that I really love, and they had the audacity to make this and treat it like it was so great and special. And the box office numbers and reviews sure show that people did not like this. If you're a fan of Ninjago like I am, you're gonna hate this. If you don't know anything about Ninjago, you're not gonna like this because it's just a bad movie. Uh, Comment down below if you agreed with any of this. I don't usually want to be super negative, so my next video will not be anything like this. But that's all for now, and as always, keep on juicing.